Hello everyone, Meme Universe here, and today I'm going to be starting a brand new series called Yay or Nay. Now I know it's a little bit of a cringy name, but it's the best I got. So this series is basically just going to be a review series of consoles and games, like how I've done before, but this series is going to be completely different, and you'll see why soon. So as you've just seen, this review is on the Nintendo Switch, so let's get straight into this by starting with the tech specs. So the Nintendo Switch has a capacitive touchscreen, which is 6.2-inch LCD. Even the GPU and the CPU is an NVIDIA custom Tegra processor, which is 1 teraflop. Yeah, you can tell I have no idea what any of this means. The storage is 32 gigabytes, which isn't actually that much. It's the same as the Wii U, but I imagine a lot more people are going to be downloading games. It's actually decent games to download. But it can also support micro SD even, so you can get storage up to I think 2 terabytes, which is a lot better. The resolution is 1080p HDMI on TV, as you'd expect, and 720p handheld, which isn't as bad as it sounds. It actually looks really good. And it also has stereo speakers, 3.5mm headphone jack, 2.5 to 6.5 hour battery, and HD rumble accelerometer and gyroscope and Joy-Cons. And the Joy-Con battery life is approximately 20 hours, and it really does not feel like that, but I'll get into that later. So there are also mini games like Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and Splatoon 2. But there are also a lot of other games, but I'm too lazy to name them all. But anyway, all those games are probably really good. I've not really played many of them. I've only got about 3. But I imagine they're all really good, so great reason to buy this console. The console itself is actually really easy to use. You just have to dock it, and then it just goes straight onto the TV almost instantaneously. There's also a lot of accessories and peripherals and stuff for it, like the Joy-Con grip and the straps and all those. But I'm not really going to go into detail because you already know what they are, and they come bundled, so you just find out yourself what they are. And now it's time to finally figure out for the Nintendo Switch, yay or no? Wow, that was so cringy. Anyway, so for the yays, we have great portability, good resolution, very good lineup of games, and the Joy-Cons are just awesome controllers. And onto the nays, we have battery life is short, dog can scratch screen, and some defects like dead pixel on some systems. Oh god, I can't speak today. So I've never actually had the last two there, the dot and scratch screen and the dead pixels. I have seen that the battery life doesn't really feel like 3 hours, but it is actually quite short. 3 hours is short anyway. But as you can see, the A's way outdo the Nays, so the Nintendo Switch gets a big fat yay because the games are awesome. It's just an awesome system overall, and for £300, I think it's pretty good, or $300 even. $300 to £80, well, I don't know, I don't care. So that concludes this episode of Yay or Nay. I wonder what the next review should be. Good idea. Hello everyone, Meme Universe here, and today I'm going to be doing episode 2 of Yay or Nay. So, I'm sorry for not uploading recently. I don't know why I keep forgetting, but I just do. I forgot that I was playing in episode 2 of this series, so I decided to do it now. And I made some improvements since the last episode, because to be honest, that wasn't really that great. This probably still won't be that great, but it's definitely an improvement. So let's get straight into this, and today I'm going to be reviewing this SNES Classic, or SNES Classic, however you want to pronounce it. I don't really care. So it is a plug and play console with 21 games built into it, which isn't as much as the NES Classic, which came before it, which I don't own because they're literally impossible to find and they're just extremely expensive. I think they go for around 150 quid, but I wouldn't really want to get it. As with my other video, I'm sorry if I keep messing up what I'm saying, because I don't have a script for these. Well, I really should, but I just don't. So, some of the games included, this isn't all of them, this is just a short list of some of the notable games. So there's Super Mario World, Super Mario Kart, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, Yoshi's Island, Donkey Kong Country, Star Fox, and the never before seen Star Fox 2. It's pretty nice how they decided to add that in, even though it's cancelled. It was actually completely finished, but they did cancel it since Star Fox 64 was coming out. Strange how they decided to keep that in Star Fox, even in the European version, which it wasn't even called Star Fox, I believe. I believe it's called Star Wing, but it doesn't really matter. That's kind of just an obscure fact. But what's included within this console? Well, not within the console, within the box. You know what I mean. So the console's included 2 SNES controllers, which are absolutely amazing. USB, which is to supply the power. You need like a phone charger, or something that just has a plug that has a USB port in it. I use one of my phone chargers. So then it comes with a HDMI cable, and that's it. You literally don't get anything else. Well, you get a couple game manuals, but who really cares about them? The internet is a thing. So, then again, why do consoles even come with manuals anymore? Doesn't make sense. The console itself, there are 3 versions based on the regions: NTSC, PAL, and Japanese. So the NTSC is completely different to the other 2. The other 2 are quite similar, just the name's a little bit different. Then there's a similar UI and features to the NES Classic. Actually, the UI is completely the same, it's just got the different games and the different logo and stuff like that. It comes with 2 SNES controllers, just as I said before, and they actually use the same plug as Wii accessories like the nunchuck and the classic controller. So I haven't tried this yet, but I believe you could probably use this for the Virtual Console if you have any SNES games on there, or I'm not sure if it worked with any others, but it definitely doesn't work with the N64 because you need the classic controller for that. So 21 games built in, as I previously said, and it's much smaller than the original, and it supports HDMI, and that's it for that. So there are some extra features within the option menu. So there are 3 video settings: a CRT filter, which is for all those old school gamers out there who remember having CRT TVs. I'm not one of them. I grew up with all this fancy schmancy HDMI stuff. 4:3 mode, which is just the standard mode, and Pixel Perfect. I'm not really sure what this actually does, but I'm pretty sure it just makes it look better. Then again, none of them are full screen, so they're all kind of the same except for the CRT, but still. And you can pick from a variety of borders, which, to be honest, actually look pretty nice. The green one with the lines, that one's pretty sick, and it changes colour as well. So this is the UI of the NTSC version. Of course, if you have different versions of the console, look different. Mine does not look like this, because I obviously have the European version. So, looking at this UI, we have the display menu, the settings menu, the languages settings, the legal settings, I think that is, like some of the legal documents and stuff, I don't know. Then they have the manual, which, wait a second, why is there a manual coming in the box if there's just, it doesn't matter. So you have the game that's being selected, and then a list of games at the bottom. So one of the coolest things about this is that you can actually save. While that is possible on the Virtual Console, you can only have 1 save. On this, you can have 4, just like the NES Classic. So if you press down after playing a bit of a game, the game will appear with wings, which looks a little bit weird, but it still looks cool. Then you can press Y to save it into a new slot, and if you want to overwrite data, just select the slot which data was already on and hold Y. And by pressing down and selecting one of the datas, you can play from that point. I think this feature is actually really cool, because it means like you don't have to start everything again. I mean, some games already had a save feature like Super Mario World, but this just makes it a lot easier. So with all facts out of the way, it's time to decide whether the SNES Classic gets a yay or a nay. But first, we must take a look at the yays and nays. So for the yays, it's small so it doesn't take up much space, the games look very good, the controllers are just really awesome to use, the game selection is pretty decent, and the ability to save games is nice and cool. Sorry for the cringe right there. And for the nays, games are in full screen, and there could have been more popular games, but really it doesn't really matter. So the SNES Classic gets a big fat yay from me, because the games are great quality and they're a decent selection of games. They might not be full screen and there could have been more, but they're just little minor things. So if you're planning to get one of these, then in the UK they're around 70 to 80 quid, but in the US they seem to be a bit more expensive. Some depends where you get it from, but they're usually around $100, which is the same price as they are here, because these are actually in stock, unlike the NES Classic. So that was the end of this video, but for the next review I want you to vote which one is next. Do you want to see a review on Fortnite or a review on Hello Neighbor? Just comment which one you want to see in the description, and I will do a review on that when I can be bothered to. Yeah, I don't really know when I'm going to do a review on this. But anyway, that was Yay or Nay episode 2. Thanks for watching. Hello everyone, Meme Universe here, and welcome to episode 3 of Yay or Nay. And today, obviously, we're going to be looking at Fortnite Battle Royale. And yes, this is only the Battle Royale version of Fortnite. I've not played Save the World, so that'll not be in this video. So let's just get straight on into the gameplay. Now, the gameplay of Battle Royale involves you and 99 other players jumping out of a bus and killing each other. Yeah, it's pretty basic, but it works. So you have many places to go on the map. I mean, obviously this map is a bit old. I mean, there's no lucky landing, but still, it's the best picture I could get of it. So you pick from a range of places to go, and they all have different amounts of houses and loots there. Personally, I usually go to Lucky Landing, which isn't on this map. I either go there, Retail Row, Snobby Shores, Greasy Grove, anywhere really that isn't Tilted Towers. If you're a pro, go to Tilted Towers, but if you're a noob just starting off, I recommend anywhere other than Tilted Towers. So when you've landed, you can get yourself some weapons, shield, health items and materials to help you along your way. Now personally, I have this as my loadout. I usually have an assault rifle, then a shotgun, then a sniper, then shield, and then medkit / bandages. I know a lot of people have probably got different loadouts, but that's what I have. I know I see a lot of people with shotguns first. I can understand that, but I usually have the ARs first. So near the end of the game, you're going to need to upgrade your weapons and eventually build a fort to protect yourself and kill other players. Personally, I always end up building a fort and getting sniped anyway, but that's just me. And there are different game modes. The one I was kind of describing before was just solo, which is 1 player. Then you have duo, which is 1 or 2 players, depending on whether you have fill on or not. Then the squad, which is 1 to 4 players. Now, both of these, you have to kill everyone except who's on your squad. So, it's pretty simple. There's also a limited time mode, which is usually for solo and squad. You can still play the original. For some reason, they never really have limited time modes for duo. I don't know why. But anyway, if you kill everyone, you get that sweet victory royale, which sadly I haven't got yet because I'm too bad at this game. Anyway, let's just move on to the extra content. God, I'm already nearly done this review. I feel like it's gonna be so short. So you can buy skins and dancers. Gotta love that best mates gift that I tried to put on there. And these can be bought using the in-game currency known as V-Bucks. And my god, these things are expensive. I have nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with in-game purchases. I mean, I bought a ton of Rocket League keys before, but Jesus Christ, they weren't even this expensive. £80 for 10,000 views. To be honest, that is good. And they have made quite a good deal with the new starter pack, which I have bought because it's only £4. I actually got it when it was a bit cheaper than that, but still, it's £8 for only 1,000. Come on, at least make it 1,500. But anyway, it's time to see whether it gets a yay or a nay. Already, I know this review has been quite short. So first of all, let's look at the yays and nays. So the yays of Fortnite, it's a fun gameplay, good building mechanics, good item variety, and the extra game modes are mostly fun. So now let's look at the nays. Some extra modes aren't as good. Sniper shootout. Anyway, the game is hard for beginners as there's no tutorial. So with all that in mind, I'm going to give Fortnite a big ol' yay. Because the gameplay is really fun. It's just an overall fun game to play with friends or by yourself. And really the only complaints I have with it are just minor things. So that concludes this installment of Yay or Nay. Remember to like the video for more episodes. And probably next I'll do Hello Neighbour because that's the one I said I was going to do. And I'll have to think of which ones to do after that. So thanks for watching this video. Goodbye.